Hi everybody and welcome back to Cooking with Mark, and today we're going to make apple cake. What you're going to need is a regular yellow cake mix and about a half a cup extra self-rising flour because you're going to add a few extras to it. You're going to make the cake mix the way you normally would, except you're going to add a half a cup of extra flour to it, and it's got to be self-rising. And you're going to substitute a cup of apple juice instead of the cup of water. And then you're going to take 5 medium-sized apples, and the apples that are best used to bake are Red Delicious. However, I tried something different today. I'm going to use Gala apples. So they're medium-sized apples. You're going to simply peel them and chop them up into little fine pieces. Then you're going to need about 2 tablespoons of cinnamon and about a half a cup to a cup of syrup, because this is actually this is caramel syrup. This is actually caramel apple cake. All right, so I've already made the cake mix. I pre-made it. I've already chopped the apples. So all we're going to do is just simply pour the apples in here. Stir this around. Now the reason why there's so many apples is because you want this to actually taste like an apple cake. You want to be able to taste the apple in every bite. So that's why I have 5 medium-sized apples in here. And the reason why you want the extra half a cup of flour is because you're actually adding more to this. So the more flour you add to it, the more it's going to make. And as I said, we're going to use about a tablespoon to 2 of cinnamon. Find my tablespoon. There's 1. There's 2. And as I stated, we're just going to add flour to this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more apple juice, just because I've added the flour to it. There we go. And just simply stir this around. Now, when I put this on my website and my Facebook page, I'm actually going to do measurements so that you'll actually know how much. I cook so much that I kind of get a guesstimate of how much I need. Now, this is a yellow cake mix, and because of the cinnamon, it actually has turned a little brown, which is fine because that's what it should end up looking like. You want it to taste like apple. And what goes better with apple than cinnamon? Now, after you've added everything to this, as I stated, we are going to add a cup of caramel syrup. Actually, we're not. We're just going to add a half a cup. And if we need more, we'll just add it afterwards. Let me just grab my scoop. Now, a little known fact that people aren't aware of, if you just coat your measuring cup with a little bit of oil, whatever you put in here actually just pours right out and it doesn't stick to it. So that's just a little tidbit if anybody was interested. You're going to stir this around. Now, normally this makes a 9 by 13, but because everything I've added to this, we're actually going to do a 9 by 13 and a 8-inch round. I'm sorry, a 9-inch round. I'm going to taste this just to make sure I can actually taste the caramel and the syrup, or the caramel and the cinnamon. Everything just fell right into place. This is going to be delicious. So now the next thing you want to do is grease your 2 pans. I'm going to set this aside. And as I said, it's a 9-inch round and a 13 by 9. Now, there's other ways to grease this. If you just simply take a paper towel, I'll show you. And just coat the bottom like that. It actually does the same thing. And then if you do it like that, it's not as greasy. That was just for your benefit. I like it so it doesn't stick to the pan at all. Alright, so we have these both done. You want to make sure that you coat the sides of these as well. Preheat your oven to a 350. And you're going to simply pour these in to both these pans. We're going to do the small one first. reason why I did the small one is because I want to make sure I had at least enough in the small one to cover it. And then just take your spatula. And scrape out your bowl. And just simply level this out, just as you can see here. And then put it in the oven, and you're going to bake it for approximately 23 to 28 minutes. We're going to go with 25 on both of these. And if they have to cook longer, then we'll cook longer. And I will see you back here. I will see you back here in about 25 minutes. Okay, so this is all done, as you can see. It was 25 minutes. I've actually heated up the frosting. It's actually all salted caramel. The reason why I heat it up because I want to spread it on here and I want it to go on smoothly. So all you're going to do is just simply pour it on. Now, as I stated, it was just 25 minutes. After you get this one done, all you're going to do is just simply do the same thing with the little small 9x8. Or 9x9 round. Just spread it around it. And get this all covered up. Now the reason why I actually use the gala is because gala apples are actually sweeter than your Red Delicious. And that's why I happen to love gala apples. They almost taste like pears. So these are both done. We're just going to take the rest of this and scrape it into here. Now you can do everything I just did all from scratch if that's what you choose. Just make your favorite cake mix and simply add the cinnamon, substitute apple juice for water, add the caramel, and add 4 to 5 medium chopped up really fine apples. These are both done. As I stated, this was the caramel apple cake, and you just watched Cooking with Mark. If you wanted to make your own, you can make the cake as your own recipe. And you know, if you have your own homemade cake mix that you want to use, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. And just simply add the cinnamon, the caramel, and the apples to it. And then after you heat it up, or after you bake it, all you're going to do is add the caramel frosting on top. And again, even the caramel frosting you could actually make on your own. All you would need is just heavy cream. I would say you could use like a Cool Whip and add caramel syrup to it, or you could use I'm not even sure what is in a frosting. So I'll have to look that up and give you the information for that. As I stated, this was Cooking with Mark. I hope you enjoyed watching the show. It will be up on Facebook. It will also be up on my cooking page. Again, I have a instant messenger. I have a email. I also have a few other instant messenger, email. You can also send me an email on my website, as well as you can text my phone. Okay? Thank you for watching Cooking with Mark, and have a great day.